朋友们，今天看到一段美国网友吐槽川普生日阅兵的视频挺搞笑的。借着视频顺便来聊聊咱们的川宝。视频呢，我放在节目的后半段，在此之前呢，先聊几句。这个网友呢，他火力全开，吐槽他们的总统川普，说这个场面寒酸的就像是拼多多版的阅兵，跟中俄那种正儿八经的阅兵那完全没得比，简直是一场失败又尴尬的闹剧。这个网友看的是特别的透，核心呢就这么几点。首先第一点，川普搞的这个根本就不是真的为了军队，纯粹是满足自己的自恋，想过一把强人领袖的瘾。第二呢，现场是稀稀拉拉的，士兵是一脸的不情愿，看台也空荡荡，场面冷清的让人尴尬。第三，更离谱的是这么个官方活动，居然还有个赞助商 Coinbase， 一家美国知名的加密货币交易公司。网友是直呼看不懂。那第四呢，就是川普本人表现得非常滑稽，敬礼的姿势怪异的像个外行，毕竟他当年是逃兵役的嘛。连川普的老婆都一脸的嫌弃。最后呢，网友还特别替美国大兵不值，觉得他们被拉来给川普的个人秀站台，纯粹是侮辱。他还提到呢，就在同一天，全美各地爆发了反对川普的不要国王 No King 抗议，规模还不小。他认为川普肯定看到了，这也让他自己觉得特别的解气。那总结一句话，花了纳税人4、5千万美金，搞了个伪装成力量的软弱的粗俗表演，丢人丢到家了。这个美国老百姓的吐槽虽然呢带着情绪，但确实也戳中了几个关键的要点。咱们不妨顺着这个拼多多版的阅兵由头往深处看一看。这件事情背后反映的美国问题可不只是川普一个人出洋相这么简单。首先呢，这一场阅兵最扎眼的是他赤裸裸暴露了美国政治资源的巨大错配和浪费。4、5千万美金，这不是小数目要知道，美国普通老百姓日子过得并不好，通胀压得喘不过气，社会福利也争议不断，基础设施老化严重，而这边政府能大手一挥，为一个过气总统满足个人虚荣心的生日派对买单，搞一场连自己士兵都觉得丢脸的表演。那边呢，有多少关乎民生的正经事等着钱用？这种挥霍本质上呢是对美国纳税人信任的践踏。而更讽刺的是，活动还搞出了一个赞助商 Coinbase， 直接把国家庄严的军事象征降格成了商业秀场。这哪里是庆祝军队，分明是把军队当成了一个给金主和政客个人贴金的背景板。其次阅兵现场的冷清跟士兵的消极、空荡荡的看台，说明了什么？说明老百姓不买账嘛。川普的铁杆粉丝 MAGA 群体或许还比较兴奋，但沉默的大多数或者说反对者用脚投了票。网友呢形容士兵像不想待在那里的人，在想我们真的是在认真搞这个吗？就为了这个人的生日？这种弥漫在队伍中的不情愿或者说怨气绝非少数。它反映了美国军队内部以及军队和特定政治人物，尤其是像川普这种高度争议、试图利用军队介入国内政治的人，他们之间存在着难以弥合的信任裂痕跟价值观的冲突。但军人对于自己效忠的对象、国家宪法跟眼前服务的个人政治秀产生的困惑时，士气低落、行动敷衍那是必然结果。川普那个被嘲笑的非专业的敬礼姿势，更是这种疏离感的绝佳象征，一个从未真正理解军人荣誉的总司令。再者呢，把这个事情跟同期的 No King 抗议放一起看，美国社会内部的火药味有多浓，一目了然。一边是耗费巨资、门可罗雀的个人崇拜式表演，另一边是成千上万人走上街头，高举反对川普的标语。这种强烈的对比本身就是一副生动的政治浮世绘。川普呢，虽然仍然有基本盘，但是他所代表的政治路线跟个人特质，在美国社会激起的反对浪潮同样汹涌。这种社会撕裂不是靠着一场寒酸的阅兵或者几句煽动性的口号就能弥合的，它根植于深刻的社会经济矛盾、身份认同危机跟政治极化。川普的这一场生日秀非但没能如他所愿展示强大和凝聚人心，反而呢像是一个放大镜，把美国社会最深的伤口和最大的分歧血淋淋地暴露在全世界面前。 最后呢，也是最根本的一点，这场闹剧凸显了美国部分政治精英的路径依赖跟战略误判。川普和他身边的一些人似乎还是沉迷于冷战时期，甚至更早的强人政治幻想，以为搞一点坦克游行，摆一点强硬的姿态，就能够对内震慑反对派，对外吓唬竞争对手。他们模仿的对象是那些他们口中所谓的独裁者的模式。然而呢，时代已经变了呀。在21世纪的今天，国家的真正声望和影响力，靠的是科技创新的引领力、经济发展的活力、社会治理的有效性，以及在国际事务中秉持的公信力。靠一场砸钱堆砌的却空洞无物，连本国居民都嗤之以鼻的阅兵来秀肌肉，恰恰是内心虚弱和战略思维落后的表现。试想一下，20-30年前，美国正在巅峰如日中天时，他们的总统会做这种在总统生日当天搞阅兵式的把戏吗？网友引用加州州长纽森的话：“这是伪装成力量的软弱，点破了本质。这种过时的政治表演不仅浪费资源，更在持续消耗美国所剩不多的软实力和国际信誉。”当美国自己的人民都在嘲笑其领导人的行为，像某些被其长期污名化的国家领导人时，其道德说教的虚伪性就彻底破产了。当然了，有人可能会问，难道一个国家搞阅兵就错了吗？当然没有错，阅兵本身是没有问题的，就是看你在什么时间、什么地点，以什么样的方式来庆祝这个阅兵。中国突破了天花板，而美国击穿了木地板。节目最后，我们就来听听这个美国老哥的吐槽，为中国人的美丽生活增加一丝笑料吧。
So can we just take a second to talk about how much of a flop and an embarrassment Donald Trump's birthday parade was? Like, this dude wants to be Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin as bad as 10-year-olds want to be Superman. He has never met a dictator that he did not fall in love with. So he decided to pretend that he wanted to have a parade to celebrate the military on his birthday, when we all know that shit was just something to freaking massage his narcissism and his ego. And even the people in his cabinet knew that. I mean, look at Marco Rubio sitting there thinking, what the fuck am I doing? And you know what? I have no empathy for Marco Rubio. There's a video of Marco Rubio going around where people have posted this video many times of him saying that there are going to be a lot of people who have to explain themselves and explain why they decided to jump on this Trump train when they knew it was going to derail. So I don't give a damn about Marco Rubio. I'm laughing at his ass sitting there contemplating all the decisions he's made in his life that has gotten him to the point where he is bootlicking so hard for Donald Trump that he has to sit at a parade that is for Donald Trump's birthday, masquerading as a celebration of America's military. It was not that. And it was freaking embarrassing. Like, so many memes and videos came from this damn thing that I don't know if I'll get to all of them, but one of my favorites was how many times people basically said, this is like when you try to order this type of a parade and you get this type of parade. Like it's a freaking parade ordered on Temu. So damn embarrassing. And you know what pisses me off the most about this? The members of the military did not deserve this shit. They're marching like people who don't want to be there. They're marching like they're thinking, are we fucking serious right now? We're really doing this shit for this dude's birthday? We got to dress up like it's the 1800s. We got to march on the road. We had to roll all these tanks for this dude's birthday? Really? Like, they're pissed off about this stuff. And then there was this, like, completely what the fuck moment. Like, these people spent years talking about Joe Biden's age, and we got Donald Trump at this parade, standing up at a podium, looking like an idiot, and someone has to walk up and tell him, yo, you got to leave the stage. This is the point where you're not supposed to be here right now, because the dude is old and losing his shit. And when did Donald Trump and Melania get cool again? We haven't seen her since Inauguration Day. Here's a picture of them at the parade. She has a look on her face like she smells his ass. And she's thinking, I hate this smelly motherfucker. Oh my gosh. So many things came from this parade. Here's another exclamation point on this parade that shows you exactly what it was about. No one wanted to be there. The crowds were empty. They brought in a bunch of bleachers for nothing because no one showed up at that shit. The squeaky quietness gave me secondhand embarrassment. I swear. And all that space, they put that stage out there with all that space for nothing. Like, it would have been better to just put that shit in a high school basketball gym. You might have made it look full. But then you got the MAGAs out there, right? This MAGA, like Jack Prosbiak or whatever his name is, he's one of those bootlickers for Donald Trump. He's having so much fun at the parade that he takes time out of all of that fun to make a video that he thinks is owning the libs. Imagine you pack your wife and kids up to go to a parade. It's so exciting, right? You know, it's going to be so fun. We're going to see all the tanks and all the soldiers and all that. We're having so much fun that you take the time while having all that fun with your wife and kids to make a video about how the libs said the roads were going to be torn up. All the libs told me that the roads were going to be torn up. You guys see any torn up roads? And did you notice? No one's paying attention to him. No one cares. They don't even know who he is. They're like, why is this weirdo recording this right now while we're trying to watch this dry ass parade? Oh my gosh, man. You guys suck. You suck at parades, you suck at narcissism, and you suck at comedy. You're horrible at it, bro. That was horrible. You should delete that post. Like, it is not too late to save yourself from the embarrassment and delete that post. And Donald Trump, who the hell taught him how to salute? Like, the guy is a draft dodger. He's never worn the uniform. So why is he out there always trying to salute with his hand over his damn eye? He looks like an idiot. Here's a video of him saluting, and then a picture of people in his cabinet who are sitting there like, why the fuck is he standing up saluting right now? That's not even the time to do this. And then you'll see in the video also, the military doesn't even salute him back. You got Melania sitting there like, what the fuck is that smell? You got the rest of the cabinet like, why doesn't he sit his ass down with his freaking salute over his eyeball? It just was a joke. This entire thing was a joke. And you know what? Again, the members of the military did not deserve this shit at all. And like any Trump administration event or whatever, there has to be a grift. There has to be. And there has to be some type of money-making scheme going on. And I cannot believe, while watching one of these clips, I hear special thanks to our sponsor, Coinbase. What the hell? We spent $40 to $50 million on a joke of a parade to appease a narcissist on his birthday. And you know, Gavin Newsom, who as a Californian I'm not always proud of, said it best when he said, this is weakness masquerading as strength.
Plan to demonstrate on Saturday in response to this military event.
Do it peacefully. It's a vulgar display. It's the kind of thing you see Kim Jong-un, you see it Putin, you see it with dictators around the world that are weak and just want to demonstrate strength. Weakness masquerading as strength. To fet the dear leader on his birthday, what an embarrassment. Honestly, that's about as small as it gets. How weak do you have to be to commandeer the military to fet you on your birthday in a vulgar display of weakness? That's Donald Trump.
That is 100% Donald Trump. And meanwhile, there were thousands of No Kings protests happening around this country that I am sure Donald Trump has seen. Because here's the thing. Donald Trump once named the Midas Touch Network in one of his lawsuits. So we know he watches all of our content. We know he watches the Midas Touch Network. We know that he watches other left-wing creators. So I am sure, and I take very good happiness in knowing that he saw many of the signs that we were able to see at these protests. The Midas Touch Network posted a bunch of them. I took pictures of some at the protest I was at in Eugene, Oregon, and I want to show you guys some of these because they were just so good. And I know Donald Trump sees them, and I know he will see all the videos of people saying how horrible his parade was. And then in contrast to that, the hundreds of thousands of people who marched the streets in protest of him. He will see these signs, he will see the videos, and it will piss him off. And you know what? That puts a smile on my face on this Sunday.